It was just after midnight when Dr. Amara Cole began the final stretch of her walk home. Heels clicking against wet pavement, briefcase in hand, rain falling in quiet sheets over the city. She wasn't running. She wasn't loud. She wasn't even late. But to Officer Dale Reeves, that didn't matter. He saw a black woman alone on a dimly lit street, and in his mind, that was reason enough. His cruiser pulled up behind her, red and blue lights slicing through the dark. She stopped, took a breath, placed her bag on the ground, kept her hands visible, calm, controlled. ID, now, he demanded. No greeting, no explanation. Amara reached for her wallet. Officer, I was just walking home from work. Is there a problem? You fit the description, he said. Of what? She asked. A suspect. What kind of suspect? The kind that doesn't ask questions. She handed him her license. He stared at it. Dr. Amara Cole, Ph.D. Then scoffed. Yeah, right. He radioed in slowly, deliberately, as if to remind her who held the power. She stood in the rain, soaked but unshaken. She had studied constitutional law since she was 12, read Brown v. Board before prom, wrote her dissertation on Terry v. Ohio, and now she was living it. When he returned, he announced he was searching her bag. I don't consent to a search, she said. Too bad, he replied, unzipping it anyway. He pulled out her books, Civil Rights Litigation, Policing in America, and mocked her. Oh, look, a lawyer. I think the rules exist for everyone, she replied. That's when he grabbed her arm. She pulled back. Touch me without cause, she said, and this becomes a federal case. He froze, glanced at his dash cam, let go. You're lucky the camera's rolling. No, she said. You are. At the station, they booked her under suspicious activity. No warrant, no evidence, just the arrogance of a man who thought a badge erased accountability. She was fingerprinted, mugshot taken, whispered about in the halls. But Amara didn't panic. She planned. In the holding cell, she pulled out a small notebook and began drafting a motion on napkins with a borrowed pen. By morning, she had 3 pages of legal fire. Citations, violations, a demand for justice. In court, she stood alone at the plaintiff's table. No attorney, just her voice and the truth. When the prosecutor asked Reeves if she'd committed a crime, he said, she was uncooperative. Did she resist? She questioned me. The courtroom fell silent. The judge leaned forward. Questioning isn't a crime, the prosecutor said. Then Amara stood, calm, powerful. Your Honor, I walked 2.3 miles home that night. I was stopped without reasonable suspicion. My bag was searched without consent. I was detained for 11 hours, on a hunch. And why? Because I'm a black woman who didn't lower her eyes, who didn't apologize for existing, who knew her rights, and refused to pretend they didn't apply to me. She turned to Reeves. You didn't see a doctor. You didn't see a scholar. You saw a stereotype, and you acted on it, with a gun, a badge, and state authority. That's not policing. That's terrorism with paperwork. The judge ruled swiftly. The arrest was unlawful, the charges dismissed, and Reeves' conduct referred to internal affairs. Amara was granted an injunction. The department would review all his past stops. She was compensated. But she didn't stop there. Outside the courthouse, a young black girl handed her a note. You made me proud to be me. Reporters asked how she felt. Relieved, she said. But not surprised. The law works, if you know how to use it. She launched a nonprofit. Know your rights, keep your dignity, teaching communities, training youth, suing departments. Reeves was suspended, then fired. Not for revenge, but for accountability. Every year, on the anniversary of that night, Amara walks the same block, alone, head high. Not to prove she's brave, but to prove she belongs. Because she knows the truth they tried to silence, that power only respects power. And when they say, step out of the car, the most dangerous thing you can do is ask, on what grounds? Because one day, your voice, calm, clear, unbroken, could be the one that changes everything. Power unchecked is power abused, but courage, quiet, steady, informed, is power reclaimed.